Hello guys, welcome back to Step Ahead. Today we are going to discuss operators, global variables, and some basic concepts in C++. Right? So there are many operators in C++, like addition, subtraction, division, finding remainder, plus plus, minus minus, not equal to, and, or, and remember one thing, bitwise operators will be discussed in another video and at some later stage because these are important concepts and can't be discussed with these operators, right? So let us discuss about these operators. So plus this operator simply adds two numbers, right? So let us take x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 6. So what does x plus y will do is that it will add them and give the answer as 11, right? Minus operator. So let us do y minus x. So what will it do? It will simply subtract them and give the answer 1, right? What the divide operators do is that it gives the quotient, and what does percentage operator do is that it gives the remainder, right? So let us do x divided by y. So x is 5 and y is 6. So what we will do is that x is 5 and y is 6, right? So it will give 0, 0, 5, right? So x by y will give 0 because quotient is 0, and x percentage y will give 5 because this gives the remainder. Similarly, 4 divided by 2 will give 2, 5 divided by 2 will give 2 because in this case quotient is 2 only, right? 5, 2, 2 is 4 and remainder is 1. So 5 percentage 2 will give 1. Similarly, 8 divided by 5 will give 1, right? At 8 percentage 5 will give 3, right? So let us move to another operator. We will discuss these two quite later because these are unary operators. Let us discuss these, not equal to, right? So I have discussed about equal to operator in previous video, and let us discuss it briefly here, right? So suppose x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 6 only, right? So x is equal to y. What it does is that it checks whether x is equal to y or not, right? And it gives answer in binary, right? If answer is true, it will give 1, or you can say true. If answer is false, it will give 0, or you can say false, right? So in this case, answer is false, right? 5 is not equal to 6. So this will give 0, right? Suppose x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 5. So x is equal to y will give 1, or you can say true because these two are equal. And let us similarly also discuss the equal to operator, or you can say associativity operator, right? What it does is that it assigns the value. So suppose x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 6. When I do x is equal to y, it is the fundamental rule that value is assigned from right to left, right? The value of y is assigned to x. So what it means is that x is equal to 6, y is equal to 6, right? Suppose what I do is that I do y is equal to x. So value of x is assigned to y, right? So answer will be x is equal to 5 y is equal to 5, right? The value of right hand side will remain same, right? And value of left hand side will change. Do remember this point, it's a quite important point, and in initial stages we commit this mistake, right? So now let us discuss not equal to operator, right? As we have discussed equal to operator, not equal to operator is opposite of this, right? So it checks whether both of them are equal or not, while this checks that both of them shouldn't be equal, right? So it will return true, right? Suppose x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 6. So x equal to y will return 0, or you can say false, while x not equal to y will return 1, because it checks that y shouldn't be equal to x, so it will return true, right? It is not equal to operator. It is equal to operator, and it is not equal to operator. Not equal to operator, right? I hope you have got this point that, like, suppose x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 5. So x equal to y will return true, or you can say 1, while x not equal to y will return false, or you can say 0, because these two are equal, right? So moving further, we have discussed plus, minus, divide, remainder, not equal to, and or, right? So suppose you want to check two conditions, right? So there are two conditions, that suppose x is greater than 2 and y is greater than 2. And if you put and in between, so what will happen is that both of the conditions should be true for overall answer to be true, right? So considering this point here, x is greater than 2 and y is greater than 2. So suppose this part is true, this part is true, right? So let here we discuss the answer. Let here we discuss the answer, right? So, so the answer will be true. If this part is false, this part is true, the answer will be false. If this part is false and this part is false, the answer will be false. If this part is true, this part is false, answer will be false. Right? I hope you have got the idea that both of conditions should be true, so the so that the output should be true. Right? So let us discuss, let x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 3. So you can see that, like, what I do is that if x is greater than 2 and y is greater than 2, I put a code here, right? So this part is executed when answer is true, right? As we have discussed in previous video, that this part should be true, then only the code will run inside the if. So in this case, this code will not be executed. Suppose x is equal to 2, y is equal to 3. In that case also this code will not run because this condition is false. Right? So suppose x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 3. In that case, both of the conditions will be true and our code will execute. Right? What does or do is that, as the name signifies, either of the condition is true, then the code will be true. Right? Right? What happens is that suppose x is equal to 1, y is equal to 3. So this part is false, but this part is true, and it is over here. Right? Either of the part should be true. Right? Either this part or this part. Any part will work. It's not necessary for both the parts to be true. Right? So this part will be executed in this case. Right? If x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2. In this case, code will not run because this part is also false and this part is also false. Right? I hope you got the basic idea. Now, let me discuss some small tricks like plus plus minus minus. So instead of writing x is equal to x plus 1, what we can do is that we can simply write x plus plus. Right, have you got the idea? Like somewhere if we have to increase the value of x by 1, what we can do is that we can write x plus plus there, nothing else. Similarly, suppose we have to decrease the value of x by 1, right? So we can simply write x minus minus, right? It saves a lot of time and also the chances of, like when we debug the code, it is easier to debug because we have to look at this code much more at much more time than this code, right? Similarly, if you want to write x is equal to x plus something, right? If it's another anything other than 1, so what you can do is that you can write x plus equal to something, right? Suppose you have to write x is equal to x plus 5. So what you can do is that you can write x plus equal to 5, right? What this means that increase the value of x by the value which is equal to 5, right? Similarly, suppose what you have to do is that you have to decrease the value by 5, right? So what you can do is that x minus equal to 5. What this means, decrease the value of x by the value equal to 5, right? Similarly for multiply, suppose you have to do x is equal to x star 5. Sorry. So what you can do is that you can simply do x star equal to 5, right? This is the operator for multiplication. Yes, I have forgot. Yes, I haven't discussed the multiplication operator. So this is the operator for multiplication, right? Suppose you have x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 6. X star y is equal to 30. Right, we have to multiply these two. So you can simply write x star equal to 5. Multiply the value of x by value equal to 5. Right. Similarly, same for division and remainder. Right. So now let us discuss another topic which is called global and local variable. So local variable is a variable declared inside the int main, right? Int main is the part from where our execution starts, right? If you write a variable here, suppose I write integer x, so this is called local variable, right? So anything, any variable declared in this part is called a local variable. So what is a global variable? Right. So writing the whole code, the declaration above the end main, you can say outside the end main is called global variable. Right. So suppose what I do is that hashtag include iostream using namespace std. I declare a variable here and now I start int main. And let me declare integer x here also, right? They can be of the same, like the variable name can be same in this case. So this is called global variable and this is called local variable. Right. Now another small thing I want to discuss is that I will come back to this topic later after discussing this small part, declaration and initialization. Right. So you declare a variable integer x, right? And you initialize the value by 5. So this is called, sorry, declaration and initialization in different steps, right? You can also, what you can also do is that you can do integer x equal to 5, right? Declaration and initialization done together, right? This method is preferred because it reduces the time for writing the code, right? So both of these things are same, right? Here you are declaring the variable and initializing it at the same time, right? So what happens in this case is that suppose this is memory, right? When you declare an integer x, so this is x, right? And it has some garbage value. Let it be 100. So what happens in next line is that values associated as discussed above from right to left. So value of x is changed to 5, right? So and what happens in this case is that in memory we declare a variable x and the value given is 5. By default in many compiler nowadays this value garbage value is equal to 0. This is not the case always. So it is always preferred to either initialize the value by 0 or whatever number you want, right? So that there is no garbage value stored. Garbage value is the value stored by the computer, right? So now coming back to the topic, global and local variable, global and local variable. So now, what do you think has more priority, right? Priority in the sense, let me give you a question. Suppose I declare hashtag include iostream using namespace std and name. Now let me declare a integer x equal to 5, right? Now I declare int main, right? And what I do is that I declare integer x is equal to 100, right? And now I do cout 100, cout x, right? Cout x and return 0, right? So what do you think will be the output in this case? Whether it be 5 or 100, which will be given more priority, because x, yeah, because both the variable have same name x, right? What do you think will be the output? So pause the video if you want to think about it, or let me just tell you now that the priority of local variable is more than global variable, right? So in this case, output will be 100. So what should we do now? Another question rises is that what should we do to print or for output of global variable, right? What should we do? Like if you will do cout x, this will be the 100. What if I want global variable, right? So the syntax is you have to put double dots x, right? This means that you are discussing about global variable, right? So suppose you do the double dots x is equal to plus 1. So it will increase the value by 1. Or what if you do cout, like suppose what you do, here you write cout double dots x, right? So the output for this will be 5, right? So this was all about global and local variable. I hope you enjoyed this video and you have got a better clarity on operators, global variables, and some other basic concepts. Thanks for watching this video. Do like this video and share it with your friends, and do subscribe the channel. Thank you.